Hello there, and welcome to Geek Speak. My name is Nath, and this week I have been embracing the chaotic carnage of playing Helldivers 2 for the very first time. As a self-professed single-player experience kind of gamer, it didn't take me very long to realise that in Helldivers 2, the reason you have an additional 3 player slots available before launching yourself all guns blazing at a planet is that the game is really blimmin' hard to solo. So the second time that I played it, I decided to rope in my level 109 buddy Sam to carry my rookie level 3 backside through the hordes of alien zombies to much greater effect. Well, this got me to thinking about the games that are significantly improved by having a friend along for the ride. So without further ado, here are 7 games that are delightful doses of multiplayer chaos. Gang Beasts might sound like the name of a gritty film noir crime thriller, but this could not be further from the truth. In this colourful party game, you and your friends take control of costumed plasticine men and proceed to beat the ever-loving snot out of each other in an effort to be the last player left on the map. The combination of slapstick violence, ragdoll physics and hilarious arenas to fight in makes sure there is no way you won't be laughing your backside off in this brilliant brawler. The game provides you with a plethora of silly scenarios to punch, grab and headbutt your mates in, ranging from the top of a blimp to a Ferris wheel, to the top of a moving truck, a Kraken-filled aquarium, a sausage factory and even inside the turbines of an airship, giving you many entertaining ways to send your boneless buddies into the afterlife, or at least the next ridiculous round of calamitous comedy. Sticking with some slapstick shenanigans is the online obstacle course extravaganza of Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Evoking memories of Saturday nights watching Total Wipeout and Takeshi's Castle, Fall Guys sees you attempting to navigate your little animated bean across several Squid Game-style elimination games until you either perish hilariously or are proclaimed King of the Beans. Winning a crown in Fall Guys is no mean feat as you go head-to-head with up to 63 other beans across the world in a variety of challenging obstacle courses, survival rounds and team games. You can squad up with up to 3 friends to improve your chances of claiming the victor's crown too in the brilliant duos and squad modes, or create your own levels filled with more slime and hilarious hazards than a trip to the Acme warehouse from Looney Tunes. Speaking of hazardous cartoon violence, the retro-styled 2D Duck game is next, and if you like your poultry to come packing heat instead of plum sauce, you are in for a quite literal blast. Duck Game sees up to 8 players face off in randomly generated 2D platforming arenas with an entire arsenal of creative and violent solutions in the last duck standing war. The gameplay is rapid, with rounds sometimes over in seconds as you direct your feathered friends towards the nearest rifle, grenade, sword, landmine, chainsaw or laser gun in an attempt to wipe out the flock and to be declared the last duck standing. The game even has a dedicated quack button so that you can gloat over your victims who don't duck your attacks in time. Sorry, I had to get that pun in there. It really fits the bill. Okay, I'm done now. Sticking with the feathered variety again, in Untitled Goose Game now, an experience I can only really describe as an annoyance simulator. You and a friend find yourselves dropped into the bodies of 2 geese, and are provided simply with a list of objectives. Objectives such as make the groundskeeper hammer his thumb, trap the boy in the phone box, break the dartboard in the pub, steal a pint glass and drop it in the canal, and my personal favourite, make the old man fall on his bum. The game is gleefully mischievous, filled with lots of daft British humour, ridiculous challenges, and is such a niche and novel concept that you absolutely have to play it at least once. After all, when else in life is it legally an option to steal an entire picnic complete with sandwiches, thermos and radio? Definitely one for you avian anarchists out there who fancy a spot of couch co-op. Having at one point in my career worked in a kitchen, I can hand on heart tell you that the stress, pressure, panic and chaos of the Overcooked series has it beat by a significant margin, you know what I mean. The aim of the game is simple. Make the dishes on screen with your teammates, feed the hungry patrons. Sounds simple, right? Well, don't let the bright, cheery visuals and cutesy music fool you. This is a hardcore nightmare once you clear the early levels. All of a sudden, you find that your kitchen is cut in two, and only one of you can access that bag of onions that is essential to the 3 dishes that are currently burning on your stove, which is currently on fire, and because your dishwasher is missing in action, you have no plates on which to serve said burning meals upon. That was stressful even to type and to speak, but in all honesty, it is one of the most appealing elements of this culinary party game. But be warned that it will test your nerves, your communication, and yes, your bonds of friendship. Our penultimate entry this week is a nostalgic playground classic, as Stickbold takes the classic dodgeball formula and turns it into one of the most frantic fun fests out there. Whether you are playing the frankly hilarious story mode or one of the game's various versus modes, the sheer exhilaration that comes with the fast-paced gameplay will have your heart racing and your blood pumping as you dodge, duck, dip, dive and dodge for your life. The level design here is again superb, with multiple arenas to launch projectiles at the heads of your opponents, while you try and avoid obstacles and hazards such as beehives, hot dogs, whales, geese, yes that's twice in one video, and in one case, hippies in a Volkswagen van. There is no denying that the charming, quirky humour and the high-octane multiplayer in Stickbold solidify it as a must-have in your party game repertoire. I have saved perhaps the most obvious and the best for last this week, with the phenomenal Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, a fantastic multiplayer in its own right, with 96 racetracks, several battle modes, online multiplayer and tons of kart customization. There was already a lot of fun to be had in Nintendo's flagship racer. What qualifies it for the chaotic part of this list's condition is the following list of customizable game modes. Frenzy mode, where every item ruins your opponent's day. 200cc mode, where you need Jedi reflexes to stay on the track. Mirror mode, where you need to rewire your brain to win. No item mode, where you need to get very good at driving. And of course, blue shells only mode. Now I shouldn't have to explain that last one to you, but just in case you are wondering what a blue shell is, what is on screen at the moment? That is a blue shell, and it is basically a homing missile that will seek out the player in first place with no regard for anything that gets in its way en route. That upon reaching its destination will detonate with a blast radius that will ruin the day of anyone in its vicinity. That is one blue shell. So imagine if every item were to become a blue shell. If that were to ever happen, well then, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe becomes the most chaotic couch co-op ever conceived. And there we go. Those are 7 games that are delightful doses of multiplayer chaos. Why not try one of them out and let me know how you get on in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please do go drop it a like, share it, and then subscribe to the chaos that is this channel. Get the bell on to be notified of upcoming videos, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay safe, see you bye.